Hello everyone, Pierce Nation here. Welcome to a new deck profile I have. This is going to be my meta deck for Cyber Dragons. Finally got all the cards in today. Today I got it. I just threw the cards in, and I have my version of meta deck. Cyber Dragons. This is without running Forbidden Droplet. I can't afford Forbidden Droplet, so I'm not going to run Forbidden Droplet. And I've got other ways to pop this deck off, as you guys will see here in a minute. So let's go ahead and get on with the deck profile coming right at you. So unfortunately, unlike my other videos, I don't have a mat currently for Cyber Dragons, but when I do, I will use it for videos. But this is going to be Cyber Dragons. This is what I comprised of to be a very, very good deck. And we'll go ahead and we'll start off with the monsters that run in this deck. Of course, with it being Cyber Dragons, you're going to run 3 Cyber Dragon. Yes, I'm running the Cyber Dragon Dark package, and this card right here is worth $120. The other two are not very much worth anything, but I do like them because they are Cyber Dragons. So, off Cyber Dragons, you're going to run 3 Cyber Dragon Core. This searches your spells and traps in the deck. Really helps out, especially when you're pulling good Cyber Dragon spells, which I run plenty in this deck, so I'm constantly shuffling core back in the deck, getting that to pop off. Also, I'm going to run 3 of Cyber Dragon Hearts. Again, these are really good to send to the graveyard. You want to pop this off quite frequently. You don't want to really mess around too much with it, because Hearts is better in the graveyard than he is on the field, even though he is Cyber Dragon while he's on the field. I'm going to run 2 Cyber Dragon Noster. Again, this card helps send Hearts to the graveyard, and also special summons it and possible Cyber Dragons as I throw my cards there. So Hearts is very good. He's also Cyber Dragon while he's on the field, and Cyber Dragon Veer, who is special summon when Cyber Dragon is on the field, automatically from hand, and he is Cyber Dragon while he is on the field, and you're going to run him in a 2 package as well, and that is basically all the Cyber Dragons that are on in this deck you're going to use. I don't really use Ouroboros because he's not very handy in this deck. I'm going to run, for Cyber Darks, I'm going to run 2 Cyber Dark Chimera. Chimera is very good. It's very good for getting Power Bond as well, which we do run a copy of in this. We're going to run 2 Cyber Dark Claw. Cyber Dark Claw is really good for getting your Cyber Dark spell. Don't run very many in here, but I do run the useful one. I'm going to run 1 Dragon Roid. This is my filler for Galaxy Soldier, which I'll add to this deck eventually, but today is not today. And I'm going to put in Jakirzu, the Star Destroying Kaiju. Again, just a good Kaiju just to have. And you can get it tapped pretty easily too. So, not really a big deal there. Now we're going to get on with the spells, and we're going to be running the only Cyber Dark spell that I actually run in this deck, which is Cybernetic Horizon. Cybernetic Horizon has very good effects. I will go over them later because I will have to use that at some point in time. We're going to run 3 Cyber Emergency. Cyber Emergency is a really good card. You know, you get those machine monsters straight to hand pretty quickly. That's what you want to try to do with that. Not really a personal favorite, but for me it is. Run 3 Cyber Load Fusion. You can really shuffle those monsters back in the deck, and then you can use all those other cards like Core to special summon and summon those along. I run 1 Overload Fusion just for if I can get it and win a game real quick. It's in there. I can search it out pretty easily. Gonna run 3 Machine Duplication, again for those low level or those low attack those low level Cyber Dragons in this deck. Jesus, I can't even talk today. You're gonna run 3 Fusion Deployment. Fusion Deployment really helps me get those Cyber Dragons on the field as fast as possible by revealing the cards in the extra deck, which really helps speed this deck up a whole lot. I'm going to run 2 Cyber Repair Plant because once those Cyber Dragons get in the graveyard, they remain the Cyber Dragon name, and then this lets me keep adding the Cyber Dragons to my hand, no matter what they are. 2 Cyber Eternal. I was running 3, but 2 is good enough. Again, with core, you can get this if you activate Cybernetic Horizon and send an extra deck monster to the graveyard. Very good there. That's what I use it for. You're gonna run 1 Power Bond. Again, that's what Chimera is for, so you can get into Power Bond real quick. 1 limiter removal. You want to try to draw into this card. There's not really a way to search it. Not that I'm aware of. And that's all for the spells. For the traps, I do run 6. Now we'll go over them. I run 1 Cybernetic Overflow. Cybernetic Overflow is good for popping your opponent's field. Really do like that one, because that could win you games. We're going to run 2 Cybernetic Revolution. You can target Cyber Dragon on the field and jump straight into your fusion monsters off of that. Very good, in my opinion. I like it. And for the only hand trap you run, again, this is Cyber Dragon, so you're going to run 3 Infinite Impermanents, which is very good there. Again, this is not really your hand trap deck, so you don't have to worry about it all that much. So I feel like Cyber Dragons pretty much do the work for you. You just got to be able to get into them. So that's all for the main deck, which runs at 46 cards pop. And go ahead and cut those in half so we can get into these. Okay, so for the fusion monsters, I think I run, let me see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I run 9 fusion monsters, which is not terrible, especially for Cyber Dragons. So we'll get right into this. The main focus here is going to be your Chimera Tech Rampage, followed by a Cyber Twin, a Chimera Tech Overdragon, which is very good, and a Cyber End Dragon. Now, this is pretty modern for any really good Cyber Dragon meta deck. This is basically what you're going to see. Very good. Most people don't use Cyber End. I use him because there's times when you send it to the graveyard and you could really jump into it, and it's really good there. So we're gonna, for the 6th, we're gonna add Cyber End, Cyber Dark End Dragon. I'm sorry. We're gonna add the Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, which I just got in, the Chimera Tech Mega Fleet, and the Cyber Eternity Dragon. Move these like this so you can get a good look at them. Really good cards. These are the last 4 in the deck for the fusion monsters. So again, you're running a heavy 9 fusion monsters, which is Cyber Dragon. That is very common. For your links, you're gonna run 4. I'm gonna go over them real quickly. You're gonna run the Salaman Great Almora. You're gonna use Lina. She's very good. We're gonna run Planet Verte Anaconda, and we're gonna use Cyber Dragon Siegler. Siegler is very good. I like all those cards in general because I can use them all quite frequently. Lina's the only one that I don't use a whole lot, but there have been some times where I've actually used her. Again, I haven't really played with this deck a whole lot, but for the time I've had it, I have played with it quite a bit. And for the 2 Xyz monsters, what you're going to see is Cyber Dragon Nova and Cyber Dragon Infinity. If there's any Cyber Dragon deck that does not use these 2 cards, I've never seen it. That's for sure. So that it's not very good. So that's it for the deck profile. So we are going to mirror it, shuffle, and I will show you some combos that you can do with this Cyber Dragon deck. Hold on, and I will be right back. Alright, one more good shuffle, and we'll get on with the combos in the deck. This deck can pop off pretty frequently. You can load Cyber Dragons on the field pretty quick with this deck. I'll show you how the combos work. Again, it took me a little bit to learn them, but once I figured out what I was doing, this deck is very, very easy, very, very fast. 4, 5. Okay. Go ahead and sweep those up. Okay. So what we got here. Okay, this is very easy. If you're going turn 1 here, what you would do is you're gonna normal veer. Okay, so he's Cyber Dragon wise on the field. So what we're gonna need to do is you're gonna link him off with Salman. Nope, can't. You would actually have to put him facing on the fence. You'd have to set this, and you in turn there, because you actually don't have anything. So you're going to draw, and you're into machine duplication. So what you're going to do here is, I'd say in this point, this guy gets destroyed because it's Cyber Dragon. Any meta deck nowadays, you should see this. So in that case, your opponent will control a monster. So then you could special summon Cyber Dragon. So now that we got him on the field, we're going to activate Cyber Repair Plant. And as long as we have him in the graveyard, we can add a light machine monster, and we're going to add Cyber Dragon Core. Because the core's effect, we're basically going to search. So what we're going to do, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to normal Cyber Dragon Core. And core's effect is going to go off. And he is going to bring me, let's see, it's not the one I need. It's not that one either. Which one do I need here? I could pull that. Tell you what, let's go ahead and get Cybernetic Horizon, because with Cybernetic Horizon I'll get the search anyway. It is known as a Cyber Dark card, but you can add one Cyber Spell or Trap. So Cybernetic Horizon does go for that as well. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna activate Cybernetic Horizon, sending Dragonroid, and we will send Hearts from the deck to the graveyard. And also, real quick here, what happens is you're going to send, I'm going to send Cyber in Dark. And what that's going to do is going to add 2 to my hand. So I'm going to add, let's see, 2 Hearts, right? Yep. So I'm going to add Nodster on that. And the other one I'm going to add, could add, is that the one I'm wanting here? Yes, sir. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up Veer as well. Wherever the hell he might be. So, okay, yeah. Let's go ahead and pick up Veer off that. Okay. So with this, so now that I've got that out of the way, I'm going to special summon Veer, because he's Cyber Dragon while he's on the field. So I've got Noster. Then we're going to go ahead and we're going to activate Machine Duplication and target Cyber Dragon Core. And it is going to special summon the other 2 Cyber Dragons that are in this deck. So now, turn 2, I've gotten 5 Cyber Dragons on the field successfully. Okay, so this is, you're in a pretty good spot here. We don't really have to do much, but what I will do, can do that, or I can go into that. But what I'm going to do is go into Sigler, because I can't really get in the Noster right now off of these 2. Send them to the graveyard. And we got Sigler up here. We have 3 Cyber Dragons on, which is not the worst thing in the world. But what I want to do here is I'm actually going to use 1, 2, and 3 and go into the Chimeritic Fortress, which is not bad because that gives him right around 3,000 attack. I don't think he has any crazy effects. No, he's just really fast for special summoning. So now I'm into this, which is not bad. We'll go ahead and draw for the next turn. This is turn 3, and we draw into Cyber Dragon Core. And we're going to go ahead and start popping off effects again. So the one I need to do here is I'm going to pull Cyber Emergency, and then we're just going to go ahead and we're going to activate Cyber Emergency, and the one that we want to pull this time is going to be Hertz. Hertz is very important for us to get, especially off of Cyber Emergency, because then I can activate Noster, send Hertz, special summon Noster, and then Noster will pull back, guess what? Cyber Dragon. So I'm into this. Now, Hertz's effect is going to activate, and guess what he's going to add? He is going to add... See, which one do I want to add? That's the question. Could do Core or Hertz. Or Nostra, I mean. Go ahead and get Core, just so I have it for other things. So now I'm back into this, and this, you know, isn't bad. I've got Core. I can go into Mega Fleet. I don't really have a reason to at this point. Don't think I have any graveyard effects, but here's where things get tricky. Is at this point, you basically have game. But what you can do, and I'm not saying that you would want to do this, but you can. So you go Verte Anaconda, you pay your 2,000, and what you're gonna do is that one spell, if you remember me talking about it, Overload Fusion. Send it to the grave. Yes, it's legal. You can do this. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to banish materials from your field and graveyard. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. That is 12 machines. I'll go ahead and calculate this up for you in case if you don't know exactly how much that this is right now. So 12 times 800 is 9,600, and we are into Chimera Tech Overdragon with 9,600 attack. If I'd have power bonded that, that would have been well over 19,000. So, because you do not know how that works, this is how this works. Again, you know, you're sitting pretty damn good, because even with Seeger, even if, you know, they try to hang in there a little bit, I could power him up even more. I'm pretty sure. Well, you can target one machine monster you control with 2,100 or more attack. For the rest of this turn, that monster gains 2,100 attack and defense. But neither player takes damage, so I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably do it if, like, they try to attack in the Seeger or Chimera Tech Overdragon. But again, in this case, you're very good. You have a pretty good banishment pile here, so even if you went into a next turn, basically all you have to do is normal your core, pull Cyberload, and then guess what? You're right back in the same situation you was just in. You look, and you say, man, what is the biggest thing I could possibly pull out right now? So let's say, oh, I don't know. See, because most of these don't get any boost. The fortress is the one that does. But I've already used it the way it does. But as you guys see, it's not very hard to get a good field going and get monsters with a lot of attack really quickly, as I could do it pretty easily with this deck. I like this deck because of that reason. As you see, you can banish just about every single thing in this deck, and it's gonna work out in your favor. You didn't have to go into Cyber End Dragon, which you can get him back pretty easily. I didn't pull the spell that actually gets him back, but I'll have to show it to you guys. Maybe in the next run. Like I said, I'll do this just straight up so you guys can see it, and you guys know like what exactly is going on, what I'm doing, when I'm doing it. That way you guys get a pretty good idea of how this deck actually runs and how great this deck actually is. I think this deck is probably really underrated for what it is. Those structure decks really helped, and I've seen a lot of potential from facing these. A pretty good one too. When I went against this deck, I was like, man, I have to figure out how to use this. I have to figure out like what I'm trying to do and like what I can do to keep this deck at bay, because I need to know what it does, when it does it, and how it does it. So, as you know, the more Cyber Dragons you get on the field, the more lethal you are, especially when you're running Fortress, and you can use all 5 or possibly 6 Cyber Dragons, because Seeker, when he's in the extra monster zone, is a Cyber Dragon. So, again, very good there. Okay. So, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. This is going to be good. What we're going to do is I'm going to Cyber Emergency, and I'm going to pull Core. Activate Core, Cyber Repair Plant. Then I'm going to activate Fusion Deployment, the first one. And already right there, I'm going to target Maritech Rampage, Cyber Dragon. Trying to see. Card one of the monster from the hand, so it doesn't really matter what it is. And with me discarding that, the effect should go off for that. So now I'm in the Notster. That way. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to, let's go Seeker on these two. Send them to the grave. Activate Cyber Repair Plant. Pick up Veer. Graveyard that. Activate Veer. Defense mode. And we're gonna end turn there, I think. I think that's basically all I have for this turn. He doesn't have any special effects, does he? No more special summon, become Cyber Dragon. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it. You're gonna end turn, you're gonna draw for turn, turn 2. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna activate Fusion Deployment, and we're gonna target the actual Cyber Dragon himself, and we're gonna get more Cyber Dragons. So it's gonna be one of the most handiest things that you see in this deck is cybernetic, or sorry, machine duplication. And actually, let me take that back because I can't use that. But I can activate Fusion Deployment and get one of them, so that's what I'm going to do there. Because I'm just going to target one extra deck and special summon it. So we can do that, but the machine duplication actually can't use right now. I don't think there's any. No, there's not. Okay, so we're into this. But what I can do here is I can get something a little more beefier out there. So I'm gonna go ahead. Which one do I want? Let me see here. Let's go into Fortress and just use all 4 of these. Get Fortress out there, 4,000 attack. Good move there, I think. And we'll turn there. So we'll go ahead and we'll shuffle it just a bit and we'll draw another card for turn 3. We're in the Cyber Repair Plant. Go ahead and activate Cyber Repair Plant. That way you can get into core. You're on a normal core. Core is going to pick up your seer. Yeah. Unfortunately, that is the case. So core is going to pick up. You could go Veer. Notster's not really going to help me here. Whatever is going to happen here is going to get machine duplicated for sure. So, I'm going to say pick up Veer so I can get extra Cyber Dragons machine duplication. Should be able to get the Cyber Dragons out on that. Maybe, maybe not. If that's the case, then I might want to hold off on that. Yeah, hold off on the machine dupe. Send it back. But what I will do here is I do have Veer in hand. We'll go Cybernetic Horizon instead. Get the machine dupe. Activate Cybernetic Horizon. Sending Veer and a Cyber Dark from the deck to the graveyard. We'll send Dark Claw. Then on that, we will go ahead and we'll add another Cyber Dragon. Yeah, we have to do it that way. Unfortunately. I sent Hertz. I sent Veer. Veer's the one I sent on that. We'll go ahead and add Hertz just in case so we can get into some other stuff. And we will go ahead and we will send. Which one do I want to send here? Let's go Eternity because I want to be able to keep everything protected by card effects this turn. And then we'll go to the grave. So now I'm in the Hearts here, correct? Yes, sir. Okay. So I can't really activate anything right now. So the best thing for you to do is in turn go into turn 4 and you'll pull into another Cybernetic Horizon. Now normally I would tell you to wait, but go ahead and activate it. Send Hertz and we'll send some random whatever one we pull into first. Okay, now we'll send Chimera. So now Hertz is going to activate and he's going to add a Cyber Dragon to your hand. The one you're wanting to add is going to be Notster. And then once you send whichever one, I want to send Cyber in Dark. So now I've got more in the graveyard. With that there, you're not going to send that. You can add Core, which you probably need to do to begin with. Then what you're going to do is you're going to normal Core. And here's where this gets fun. So now I got the Cyber Eternal spell. So now we're going to activate the Cyber Eternal spell. And we're going to get into Cyber End Dragon off of that. Because with this, you can special summon extra deck or fusion monsters from the graveyard, which is very handy to have. Okay, so now this card will go to the graveyard as it has served its purpose. And right now we have a bunch of Cyber Dragons on the field at this point in time. So what I want to do is I want to get rid of you, go into Salmain Great, and then I'm going to go straight into Mega Fleet. There we go. Now Mega Fleet is there with 2,400. So now instead of trying to special summon Eternity, I'm going to protect it by card effects. And here we are. We are ready to go. At this point in time, we have went through about half of the deck and half of the extra deck, and we're set up like this. a little spaced out, a little botchy here, but still nothing too bad because we have more Cyber Dragons and we actually have the machine duplication. So very good there as well. As you see, the deck pops off fairly well. There's not really a whole lot of adjusting that you have to do with this deck. The deck will pop off. I will do one more test run before I'm done with my conclusion of this deck. I feel like this deck has a lot of potential going for it. It's even better with Forbidden Droplet, which you've seen me go over the Forbidden Droplet. I do agree that Cyber Dragons have become a very, very relevant force in today's meta, and they will continue to be a force in today's meta. Now, this is a pretty good competitive deck that you can go down and buy, and you could compete at your locals with it. Cyber Dragons are very, very effective, as you see here. And the structure deck made it even easier for you to be able to do stuff, because the Cyber Dragons are very, very fast, as you see, very exclusive, and with cards like Cyber Dragon Eternity, you could really jump into them pretty quick. And then also you run Verte Anaconda, which makes it a little bit easier. So with all of that being said, you know, it's pretty easy to do stuff. So go ahead and put this here, and this will be the last test run that I do. I'll shuffle the deck up real nice and good, so we can get a real good test. Show you all that the deck is operating with. Okay, so we'll do 5 again, as we're going first, and this is the hand right now. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and activate Fusion Deployment. Let's see here. Okay, so that's extra deck. I just make sure I was reading that right. So now we're in Cyber Dragon. Of course, we're going to target the Chimera Tech. So now we're into there. So what we do now is I'm going to normal Hertz. Very good there. I'm going to go into Seeger off of these two. That's 2 Cyber Dragons, 2 machines. So now I'm at the Seeger. Hertz's effect will activate, and it will add Noster. And I'm going to activate, since I have Cyber Dragons in the graveyard, I'm going to activate Cyber Repair Plant. Let's see which ones do I have. Okay. I'm going to add Core. Now watch this. This is pretty cool. You don't get this very often, so pay close attention. I mean close attention. So then you're going to activate Core. And Core is going to give you Veer off of your Cyber Emergency, of course. That's how you're getting into this. So again, you're popping off pretty quick. You're not really leaving a whole lot of chance here. So what you're going to do is you're going to activate Noster, and you're going to send Dark Claw. And now you're into Noster. Noster's effect will activate, and it's going to bring Cyber Dragon right on back. So now we're here into Cyber Dragon, and then Cyber Dragon is going to pop into Veer. And now we're looking something like this. So this can be very, very dangerous. Let's see here. Whoa. Yeah, okay. So we'll go ahead and hold on to Chimera. I don't really need it for anything. We'll draw for turn 2, and we'll draw straight into Cyber Overload Fusion. Normally, I try to stay within myself and don't try to do too much here. But for this case, I'm not actually going to use this. I'm going to normal Chimera. Then I'm going to activate Chimera's effect, discard one spell or trap. And I'm going to add one of the best cards in this deck. In this case, because I don't really have to work too hard. I'm going to add Power Bond. Now be careful with using this, because you'll end up taking the amount gained here. So be very, very, very careful. Because I'm actually going to go all hands on deck on this and show you exactly what is going to happen here. Okay, so go ahead and activate Power Bond. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're going to go 6 because he is Cyber Dragon. Doesn't really matter at this point. So now I power bonded them all together, and I'm going to jump straight into Chimera Tech Over Dragon. Is that the one I was wanting here? Could open in the fortress. Do not use polymerization. Now you can't get into it that way. Never mind. Okay, so now we're in Chimera Tech Over Dragon. And I use 6 monsters for the material. We'll times that by 8. Let's see here. 6 times 8. 48 times. Go Tato. 6. Let's see here. 6 times 800, in fact. 4,800 times 2. 9,600 again. And this is turn 2, right in the beginning. So if you've got the game, go ahead and go for it here. If not, you've still got him on the field. Draw the Cybernetic Horizon. Again, you can't activate it this turn, unfortunately. So the thing that sucks about Power Bond is if I would have survived this turn, I would have took 4,800 straight to the face. So that's not good. Cybernetic Revolution, you're going to set it, and for turn 3 you're going to draw, and you're going to activate Fusion Deployment, and then this is where shit gets crazy. So now I'm into Cyber Dragon, right? Great. Fantastic. So what we're going to do is we're going to pass turn here, and then we're going to activate Cybernetic Revolution on that, making our opponent take damage, and we can get into any card we desire here. For me, I'm going to go into Cyber End, because I have no reason not to. And turn there, you're going to draw into another Cybernetic Revolution. You're going to set that, and for turn 5, we're going to get into Cyber Dark Claw. We're going to go ahead and discard this card and get into a Cybernetic spell or Cyber Dark spell or trap. Which we're basically getting into Cybernetic Horizon again. Actually, no, let's not discard that. Let's go ahead and activate Cybernetic Horizon, sending Dark Claw and a Cyber Dragon to grave. So we'll go ahead and we will add Core. And I will add Veer. That way I can get it to pop off here a little bit. The only thing that they ask for in return is for you to send one Cyber Dragon to the grave. We'll send Dark End. So you'll normal, special, 2 cybers. And he's going to add a cyber spell. And we're going to add Overload Fusion. We don't have to have that, by the way, because what I'm getting ready to do here. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into Verte Anaconda off these 2. Send them there. Now we're here. And from here, I'm going to send my best friend here. So I've done it before. Overload Fusion to the grave. This is where it gets good. Which one am I going to get into here? Alright. Chimera Tech Fortress. Let's see what we got here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's not a machine. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Is that it? Nope. 12. So now in this case, let me rearrange all this stuff after I knocked everything over here. So with that, any idea what we got here? I just summoned Fortress with 12,000 attack, which is a very good thing to do. Now, this ain't done. How fortunate for me, right? Trying to see how I can do this. Can I choose material? We'll go Mega Fleet. Cyberload Fusion. Okay. 1 Cyber Dragon monster plus monsters in the extra monster zone. Now I want to check. I want to check Mega Fleet's ruling and see if it is able to be broken here or not. Mega Fleet Dragon ruling. Let's see here. I need to figure out and get this for you guys so that it is accurate here. It says 1 Cyber Dragon monster plus 1 plus monsters in the extra monster zone. So it looks like you need 3. The original attack of this card becomes 1,200 times the number of fusion materials used for this card. So it looks like I can break it. Summoning condition. I'm trying to see. Let's see here. You may special summon Shaman to take Fortress. I'm not trying to cheat it. So from what I'm seeing here, which is gonna be a shame. Not for me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Mega Fleet. So let me count this out real quick, and I'll tell you exactly how much attack that he does have. So 13 times, how much is it? 12. Whoa, wait a minute here. 1,300 times 1,200. Bro, he is broken. Is that right? 15,600. I accidentally went too far, but still, that is a lot. So I got a 12, a 15,000, 9,600, and then 4,000. You see how crazy this deck gets? And that's why I run the Overload Fusion. It's because it gets crazy, and with these all get shuffled back in the deck, by the way, all these, because I'm running Overload and I'm running the actual Cyberload itself, which shuffles them back into the deck. That's why I run it like that, because if you draw into this, you can Predaplant into this and then activate this. So I got him and him out at the same time, going for 12,000 and what is like 15,000 for this guy. So this is just one of the many things you can do with this deck. It's very easy to do. As you've seen, I've done it in multiple occasions, but I'm glad to end on this note, knowing that Mega Fleet can do that, because he actually uses 3 monsters to do this. He uses a Cyber Dragon, 1 or more monsters, and then 1 monster in the extra monster zone, which is very, very handy because I can keep doing this all game long. To where this guy, he's a Cyber Dragon plus 1 more machine type monster, which makes him very, very good. These 2 are very, very good for this deck. As you just seen, I brought them both out, well over 10,000 attack, and with Cybernetic Revolution ready to go. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this deck profile. Again, I know you guys have been anticipating this deck profile for a while. Mine is the more offensive approach, to where I get things that swing out with amazing attack really quick. Designed this myself and with the guy that I play cards with, and he owns the card shop that I went and done his Cyber Dragon deck. Me and him worked on this deck, and I'm very proud of this deck. Very proud. I never thought I would ever make a Cyber Dragon deck, but now I'm glad that I have, because I mean, this deck is ridiculous, dude. If I can figure out all the little quirks to this deck, it is gonna be untouchable, man. Because as you see, it's very, very hard. I mean, it's freaking ridiculous, dude. Especially with the fusion deployments, really sped up this deck to a whole new level, to where I can fill a field full of Cyber Dragon monsters in 1 turn almost every time. So again, I really hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Again, I bought all the cards, worked very, very hard, and I'm glad you all were very, very patient for this deck. As in, I mean, this deck is ridiculous. Again, if you're wanting a deck that is just amazing heavy hitter, man, this is the deck for you. I really like the Cyber Dragon deck myself. This deck does have potential to win a lot of games. Again, I'm still learning the Cyber Dragon deck and different ways that I can pop this deck off. I mean, it's absolutely fabulous. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, if you have not seen the guy who beat my Blue Eyes Dragon deck with a meta Cyber Dragon deck, it's on the channel. Go check it out before checking out this video. If you've made it this far, then you already know that you've seen the entire video, and that my version is different than his. His actually has the 3 forbidden droplets in it, which makes it a deck to go and see, because it's very, very good and a deck to be reckoned with. Same with this one. We have 2 Cyber Dragon decks, both equally as good, but very, very different in their own unique ways. But on that, I'm going to end the video here. I'm Pierce Nation, and I'll see you in the next video. Pierce Nation out.